Hey guys, it's been a while. I was gone because of many reasons. One being I had to go to Cologne for a week straight because of work. As you know, I work as a junior marketing manager and I had to go there with my team and we had to talk about products, about new stuff coming up. So you have to talk to a lot of people, you have to shake a lot of hands, and you live in a hotel, which is fun. I enjoy being in a hotel, but that means you have no gym equipment. I don't have my bike with me. And when you work 11, 12, 13 hours a day, working out is hard to fit in. It's possible, but it's also not necessary. If you're on point all the time and you're gone for a couple of days, you don't have to work out. I wish I could, but I didn't manage to. But then I got home, I was sick for a week straight because I got the vid. So I wasn't able to do my stuff again for another week. As you can kind of tell, I've not been able to do my routine for a couple weeks and we need to change that. As you know, I want to be the strongest cyclist I can be, but I also want to kind of get my physique back that I used to have, but also at the same time improve my cycling performance. It's fall, almost Christmas time is coming soon too, which I'm really excited for. I'm a Christmas kid by heart. This is the perfect time to do base training. When you're trying to be the best you can be in endurance sports, you need to periodize your training. Periodize your training means you have a base block, you have a build block, and you have a specificity block. But now we're in base. You have the bottom of your pyramid. The bottom of your pyramid is your foundation. The bigger the foundation, also known as your aerobic system, the bigger the peak. The smaller the base, the smaller the peak. The aerobic system allows your body to efficiently produce energy using oxygen to burn fats and carbohydrates. A well-developed system means you can sustain activity longer, recover faster between efforts, and delay fatigue. When this system is strong, your heart and lungs deliver oxygen more efficiently. Your muscles become better using oxygen for energy, and you rely less on anaerobic energy, so you produce less lactic acid and fatigue more. You know, the feeling when your legs get very heavy and they feel like concrete, that's lactic acid. Think about the aerobic engine as your motor, and the anaerobic is just the turbocharger on top. There's no point in having the best turbocharger if your motor is like this small and like weak as hell. Now, I feel like I peaked at 320 watts due to my foundation not being big. And this is what we're doing right now. We're doing all this zone 2 training, so basically training below your threshold to make this base as big as possible. This is the experiment, what I'm trying to do. I've done the research, I learned about this stuff, and now I want to see if this actually matches with what my results are gonna be. Going to the gym right now is not easy for me, and that's because I have to wake up at 5:30 every time I want to do it. I have double days sometimes, meaning I have to go to the gym and cycle, plus I have work, so the only time I can really train is at the beginning of the day. My gym opens at 6, and that's exactly where I knock on the door. I don't want to go later during the day. I want my training, whether that's gym or cycling, to be 100%. So if I would go to the gym after work and then cycle right after that, or vice versa, it takes away from either the gym or the cycling. So I try to separate them as much as possible, and that is by doing the one thing at the beginning of the day and doing the second thing later in the day. It's going well so far. My strength is increasing. I started with 22 kilo dumbbells when it comes to the bench press, incline bench, and now just a couple weeks later I'm already benching 35 kilo dumbbells. That's due to obviously muscle memory and strength is coming back, but it's also due to how I train. and my overall way of addressing recovery. Meal prep time. You cannot do a back to the routine vlog without one of the most important things, which is food. Cooking is one of the most important things in my life. One, because I enjoy it very much. Everyone likes good food, I know I do. And to reach your goals, this is one of the things I think most people neglect. And honestly, for me at least, and I think for many people who have training in their routine, training is easy. Going to the gym is the easy part, that's fun. But cooking every day, eating the right thing every day, and making the right choices is a difficult part. For me, for example, I know what I'm struggling with the most is ever since I started cycling, I burn way more calories and therefore also have to eat more. But without tracking, I eat less and therefore my performance decreases. I don't eat enough, I actually lose some weight. And since I'm back in my bodybuilding thing, well, kinda, I'm doing both at the same time, I need to get my shit back together. And the best way to do this is by meal prepping. Today, I'm gonna keep it simple, it's nothing special. It's something I pretty much cook every single day, which is basic, yeah, but one, it's quick, it's easy, and it tastes good. And you can take it with you, especially when you go to work. So let's go. So for the rice, you don't need no rice cooker. You just take a pot, take a bucket of rice, you know I eat this every day if I have something like this. Now you wash your rice, put some water in, move it around. You do this about 2-3 times. One thing that is really important that I also kind of want to say, it's close to my heart because I feel, or I see a lot of people struggling with this. Let's say you go to the gym and your only goal is to look a certain way. You need to know what you're putting into your body. And I especially mean also calorie wise. Look, if you want to lose weight, you just need to be in a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, you need to be in a caloric surplus. A slight one, doesn't need to be a big one, just a slight, and train, and then your progress is better, you feel better, and you reach your results quicker. Otherwise, go to the gym for 10 years plus, and then you see them and they look exactly the same thing. Look, I'm not judging, but I'm just saying I would hate to be the person who spends money, time to go to the gym and not reach anything, okay? You already go to the gym, you already spend so much time, you already put in effort, just put in a little bit more effort into your food. Get your protein in, get the right amount of calories in, and then just go from there. Now wash the rice like 3 times, and then what you do is, put the camera down, you just do the finger test. You see this line, wait, right here? Let's go to the middle of it. This should be this much above the rice, and then you're good. Some, need more water here. There you go. Put some salt in, and you're good. You put the lid on. Once it starts boiling, you just put it on simmer and you leave it there, depending on the rice, 16 to 20 minutes, and your rice is done. Now for the chicken. Keep it, dry it. because you don't want to boil it. Now, depending on what you want, you can cut it in the middle through, save a bigger chicken, or just cut it into small pieces. Put some salt, pepper, garlic, and now you just wait till the rice is basically done, and you can do your chicken at the same time, and then you have your rice done and your chicken done. Next thing are the vegetables. Usually I would use fresh veggies, but I'm keeping it real. I don't always do this all the time. This is just a quick and easy way. And when you know if it's quick and easy, you're more likely to do it. And when you use olive oil or something like that, measure it. Because if you don't measure these kind of things, it's very easy to add in way too many unnecessary calories. But hey, if you're gaining weight, you also know what to do. Add that olive oil in. Just make sure you don't overdo it with the fat in your overall caloric macronutrient intake. I know, for example, I have to eat around 3,000 calories a day if I don't do anything. So no working out, I just sit home, work. There's so many calories I can eat without my weight changing. But since I'm training and I'm cycling a lot, that my calorie intake is up to 4,200 calories. So I need to make sure I eat good amount of food, especially carbs. And therefore I can also add some olive oil in. Oh shit. I said measuring and then forget it myself. $15 grams. Use your hand, move that all around. Add in your salt. Your pepper. Garlic. And mix it again. Good. Now you put that in the oven for around 30-40 minutes. And then from now on, it's just basically waiting. You cook the chicken and that's it. You have a good meal. You can do this every day. You can do lots of it for meal prep. Because as I said, this is what I'm struggling with. I love eating. I can eat a lot of food. But if I don't track food, I don't eat as much as I should. And this way, I have a good source amount of carbs, which I can measure very easily once it's cooked, because I always measure my rice cooked. Also, another tip is, when you measure something, always measure it the same way. So when you always measure cooked rice for the calories, you always do it this way. If you measure your chicken, for example, to know how much protein you take in, either measure it always, all the time when it's fresh, so not cooked, or cooked. This way, the fluctuations are not big, because if you measure rice cooked versus uncooked, and you do it one day, you do it like this, one day you do it like this, the calories are all over the place. It's not about being 100% accurate, but we want to try to have everything as consistently as possible. And also, we don't have to do all of this, okay? This is just for me, and I think it would help a lot of people just to get an idea of what they're putting into your body, their body, you know.